welcome back to a new Transformers toy review. I decided to review today Hasbro's Legacy Transformers Generation Selects, I believe. He falls into the Legacy, I think, but it's also Generation Selects. Anyways, Transformers toy review. Welcome back to a new Transformers toy review. I'm Autocon, and this is Magnificus. Now, if I believe my knowledge about this guy, is that he came out first, and then they took this guy. It was a black microscope, just like this, and then they took it upon it, and then they made Perceptor, if I'm not wrong. If I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Please let me know. But this is essentially Perceptor, and they put the Decepticon symbol because he has the nice colors, I believe. But yeah, I decided to make a review for him because he is getting a new figure with Ramhorn and Ratbat, and I believe there's some new things, so I wanted to review this one. I don't have the original Shooter series. I don't know why I always skipped on that Perceptor. I was gonna get him with the Walmart 2-packs that came out a long time ago. I was like, oh, I can get him, but I never found him, so I was like, oh well, I'll skip on him. But we're getting a new Perceptor with better painting, I believe, and better like stuff, I think. But yeah, here's Magnificus. He looks so cool as a little microscope. You know, you have the glass. You know, have you ever seen a little microscope? They always have like glass, and then you kind of like here, you know, you have the little, sadly it doesn't twist, but you know, to zoom in or out or whatever. But you also have these tabs to like magnify and stuff. If you ever use a microscope, you kind of have an idea where like you got the two little thingies, and you can kind of like, you know, like rotate them to make it look cool. So this thing looks great. I love the painting on it. He has this gun, and then you have the head there all nasty looking, showing up and whatever. But other than that, I think this looks great. This is a really nice deluxe class Shooter series Perceptor, or aka Magnificus. He also turns into a tank, which is pretty cool. You can see the little, well, I have to rotate them. His legs are like on a double, on one hinge, but they're like, they go back and forth. So you just kind of got to fold them back. And then there's little pegs right here. And then there's another one on the arm. And you just got to align it together. Sorry, it pegs on this one actually. The second one, not the first one. The second one. And then you just kind of peg it here. Same thing here, rotate it, flip it around. Boom! And you have freaking tank. It looks weird and funny, but I mean, like that. But I mean, that's cool, you know. I don't know why they decided to add that, but I think it's cool. You know, he has that tank mode alternative. So, I mean, I'm not complaining. I like it. Maybe you can put something here with taps, or I don't know, another extra piece here to just make it look better like a tank. But this looks good. I like this weird tank-ish mode, secret mode, you know. It doesn't roll, it doesn't have wheels, but it is what it is, you know. Secret mode. Transformation is very simple. I like to go from tank mode to robot mode because it's very simple. You just unpeg the legs, unpeg it, just kind of bring them down, you know. Unfold the feet right here, unfold that other feet right here, and then let me bring my camera up, and then we have these little hands that are weird, arms right here. The whole sections are weird. And then you're just gonna bring this piece out, so we'll have it here, right? And then we'll extend it first. Let's extend the whole thing here, just like that. And then we're just gonna rotate it, bring it down, and then we're gonna bring it up, and then you're just gonna bring this, hold on, I think I messed up. Yeah, just like that, and then just like that. It's kind of full. So let me do that again because I probably did that confusing. So we're at this step right here. We're just gonna bring this up. This whole section is gonna go down, but then this gray piece is just gonna fold, and then it's just like that, and then you just bring it up. It's pretty simple. It's not complicated or anything like that. And then you just bring this section down, and then you can just fold the head out. There we go. And just bring the arms, tap it there, and then just tap there. just like that. Boom, boom, boom. And then you just bring the arm down, and it kind of clips in. Just bring the other arm down, and then there we have Magnificus, and then we just bring the gun. Really nice gun, by the way, retro and nice. And then you have Magnificus. Now he looks good. That's the reason why I picked this guy up and I skipped on Perceptor. The whole paint on it looks simple and it looks nice, and I love this red. It's not on the glass, but it's this piece, and it just looks nice with it. So the clear plastic, it looks really nice. And then you have this nice Decepticon logo here that looks really nice. Detail wise, it looks great. Paint apps are simple. It's just gray, black, and then a little more metallic here, and then you got the red and the purple. That's it. That's the only colors he has, and it looks really, really nice. The head sculpt is different though. I don't know if you can. Let me remove this piece out of the way, that way. There's the head sculpt. It's your basically Perceptor, but with a faceplate. Still looks nice though. I love it. And then, yeah, this is really nice. The only problem is he doesn't have anything to cover it. I guess you can fold the head and then just kind of bring it out. I don't remember if the instructions tell me to rotate the head, but yeah. Great figure. Really, really nice. I'm excited for that Perceptor. Apparently it should be coming out soon. The only reason why I got it is because I don't have a G1 accurate Perceptor. I didn't get the Studio Series one. And it comes with Ramhorn and Ratbat, so we get 2 extra discs. So a win's a win, you know? I get a new toy, kind of repaint. I believe the new one that's coming out is going to cover this, and it might have a different waist and chest piece right here. I'm not sure how it's going to be, but it's going to look a little different. Transformation is probably going to be the same, but yeah. Articulation on this figure is great. You have the 360 on it. Can move out. You got swivel on the arms, and they can go out bend that much. They don't bend back, which is fine. There's no movement on the hands, but you can just kind of like peg it. Peg this piece because it's tight in there as soon as you just make it straight. So yeah. Same thing on here. Just be careful if you move it too hard. It's gonna unpeg from the whole shoulder pieces and stuff like that. The legs are kind of wobbly, but it still stands, you know. There's no issues of like the legs just kind of like splitting apart. So, but yeah, the legs can go out that much, they can go back that much, and obviously they can go out that much, so you can have that weird, so you can actually pull it off. Ooh. Got it. Yes, sir. Look at that. You can do it. So, yeah. And then he also has a bend on the knee. The knee is pretty a little more than your regular knee, so articulation is pretty good. And the head sculpt is really nice. It's on the ball joint, you know. But he can't really look to the right because he has this whole cannon in his face, so he can only look left. So, but yeah. This is a great figure. I'm excited for that Perceptor. I will be putting it next to him. I've had this guy for when he came out. As soon as he came out, it was a long time ago when the whole Legacy and Studio Series 6 was coming out. So I think it's great. I'm happy I skipped on that Perceptor, and that way I don't get 2 Perceptors and then just for the cassettes, you know. Kind of sucks that they're doing that. They could have just released a 2 little cassette pack, you know, with both cassettes, you know, Target exclusive instead, and then just take off Perceptor. Because then I know a lot of people have Perceptor, so I think that was kind of a bad move. Unless this is my opinion. My opinion is that the sales for the Perceptor figure were kind of bad, so they decided to renew it. Or Perceptor sold out so much that a lot of people didn't get it, and they decided to do him differently, a little bit different with the cassettes, you know? Either he didn't sell that much copies, or he sold out and a lot of people missed out him. But this one's really good. I believe you can still get it for a cheap price, like $30. I got him retail price. So it's just a deluxe, and he only comes with that gun. But the painting is really good. You know, he looks great. Good figure. I do recommend him. But yeah, do not pay overpriced for him. He's an old figure, so I'm sure he's probably like around 50 bucks. I did not pay 50 bucks for him. So be on the lookout with that. But yeah, please like and subscribe, and thank you.